We're going to go ahead and get started. If we can have everyone's attention, we are so excited to be doing Ignite Talks this year. And Ignite Talks are going to be 6-minute presentations from 5 people. And when we say Ignite, it's sort of like a shortened TED Talk. And so we're going to have some slides along with these presentations. And we have 5 fabulous people who are going to be sharing their wisdom with us today. And then next we have Jody Sanborn, who's going to be talking to us about the collective impact for social change, utilizing the collective impact model for RPE initiatives. Let me get your presentation up here. Is this it? Wait, hold on. Is that it? Hold on.
You can say whatever I want now.
Okay, it's ready.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm that presenter that's going to screech on the microphone. Okay, I want to take you all on a journey. This is a journey that starts in a land far, far away from Los Angeles, a place where the buffalo roam and the antelope play. This is a place where there are actually more antelope than people, and this is according to the U.S. Department of the Interior, so I'm not just making up that statistic. Yes, I am talking about the great state of Wyoming. So this journey takes us all the way back to 2009, a time when we had to start to get really strategic about what we were doing with RPE dollars in Wyoming. Because during this time, we were population-based funded only. You remember those days? Scary, right? Yeah. We had $56,000 to do RPE during that time. So we had to be quite creative. We literally had to come up with a really creative approach to doing a lot with not very much. And Jen, I don't think I started my timer, so there we go. Okay, I talk a lot. Get comfy. Okay. So we had to start to come up with ways that we could do things with very little. So our strategic planning was very intentional. And we took all of our funds and we decided that we were going to identify the who, the what, the when, the where's, the why's, and the how's of what we wanted to do. And for us, that meant pooling our funds into intentional community collaborative efforts. And so we sat down and we started thinking, what else did we want? We knew that we needed to be working towards a common goal or agenda, have activities that were supported across all of those involved, that we needed to continuously be communicating this with our funders, with our communities, with those stakeholders and gatekeepers. We had to have some sort of measurement that we could all agree on, and that this was going to be led by this common group of people dedicated in the communities. No big deal, right? Okay. This is difficult in communities who are used to working in silos. And we came in and we told them that we were no longer going to do this, that we were going to operate from this idea that we had of really highly evolved collaboration. And for us, that meant increasing levels of trust and building relationships at the community level. This took us beyond the trust fall and shifted us back to a paradigm of thinking that we are all in this together, that if we are going to achieve social change and have great outcomes, we could not focus on us versus them or turf wars or anything like that, that we had to put our differences aside and work as a team and think as we. And so we took this model and we wanted to do that model with those who are receiving the funding, but we also knew that we had to integrate that and weave that into every initiative that we did with RPE in the state of Wyoming. So we took it and we put it through the state level, all of the work that we did with our Wyoming Sexual Violence Prevention Council, the work that we do at the Wyoming Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, all the way down to those on the ground doing the work in the communities. And we started to notice that we were having these really happy, wonderful collaborative teams popping up across the state of Wyoming, which was super intentional. But we also learned that after a while, things kind of stagnate. While we're going in a great direction, maybe we're not carrying it forward with the same momentum that we had originally planned, or maybe we were losing ground, or maybe people left and all of a sudden, holy cow, we don't want to work together anymore. What do we do then? We knew that when things started growing, that they can develop into something beautiful and mature. But chaos sometimes happens. We had to find a way to get through that and to regrow and rebirth ourselves after those issues. In 2011, an article was published in the Stanford Social Innovation Review by John Kenyon and Mark Kramer titled Collective Impact. I had never heard of collective impact, but yet we were doing collective impact. And it literally blew my mind when I looked at what the 5 components of collective impact were, and I saw all of these same things that we wanted to be doing with our communities and what we had been doing with our communities. But the really exciting thing about knowing that there was a model that existed out there was that we suddenly had something that we could hold ourselves accountable to. We had a model that told us how to get from growth through maturity, through creative destruction, and back into rebirth and regrowth, and how to get those collective teams working back together and moving forward in a way that we could to advance social change in Wyoming. It followed a very predictable eco-cycle, which was something we had no idea existed. But with this model, we were able to actually see it on paper and put it to action with our communities. This provided us with a really great tool for measuring our success. Along the way, we had always said, yes, we're evaluating, yes, we're doing measurement, we have our benchmarks, we're doing these things, but it was all very superficial, and I think a lot of you in the room can probably relate to that. And the collective impact model was so exciting for us because it gave us an evaluation tool along with the model, and so suddenly, we're super psyched again, because now we can evaluate it. I'll leave you there. Thank you.